All right, we're back. Gonna continue with what we talked about, handling the data using script and everything. But yeah, this one I want to touch on another really important concept or tool in MATLAB, which is function. Um, it's so important. It's pretty much if you think about that programmable calculator, if you ever used one before. It'll make your life easier by doing a task for you, and then you can program it in so that when you want to do that task, all you need to do is just type in one line. Everything's handled within the function you created. Um, so first, I want to touch on the difference between the script and the function. We have a script already, right? Oh, let me kind of start from that. Yeah, everything's fresh. We have a script from our last video. Exam P, I'll open it. So basically load in some data and then there's some plots. And it is a script. Basically, what it does is that it just, as if I'm typing here, I'm just typing it into a M file. And then all I need to do is just do exam P. It is as if I did everything. So it actually created all the variables in the workspace and get the plot, which I mean, it's just for illustration. I don't really need those, so I'm just closing it out. Then before I move forward, I want to kind of say another related thing is all the operation you did in a script. It is no different than if you type those exact sentences in the command window, which means all those things they do, they affect the workspace, as you can see here. The workspace, you can think of it as a storage place for data, where you can actually, yeah, let me see here. Okay. If you say, man, I just hate to run this again and again, although it's actually not that bad, but I just want to get this data stored safely at some other places. Yeah, maybe like, yeah, who care about A? I don't need A, so you just right click and just, delete it. Yeah, now I just have ring and settlement data. And then I can do this, and then we'll say save. Oh, in fact, if you just do this on the workspace and save, you can save it as a mat file here. As you can see, there's only two files, main file system in MATLAB. One is M file, which is script file we just talked about. It's just a Oscar2 input file. Another is mat file. It's a binary file. You cannot open it with the text editor, but it's a very good way to do it. So maybe I'll just do the example dot mat. What you find out is that in your current folder now you have two example files. One is .m, one is .mat. I mean, frankly, they don't have to be the same name. I just happen to just give them same name so that they're different. So now let's see what happens if I clear everything. Once I clear everything, I don't have anything in my workspace now. If I just now do ring, which should come out, then the MATLAB is going to say, gee, dude, what are you doing? We don't have something called ring. So there's a way to actually, if you just do load, and I think this will work. Mat. Bye-bye. Yeah, it'll come out. Yeah, it'll come back. Let me clear that again. Another way to do it is just just use your mouse, come down here, just drag this guy here. See, it becomes plus. Done. Okay. Yeah, it actually did the same thing. Yeah, this is a way to store data. In fact, back in my days, I used to handle a lot of traffic data. There's like, hundreds of megabytes of those. I store them in Matlab4 and then I load them when I need it. Now you can use rain. The rain becomes. Oh, come on! What happened? Okay, all right. Rain now becomes a recognizable thing. You see? Oh gosh, yeah, you got your rain. If you want to do, rain, the fourth column of rain, which is this much. You want to do that, figure out what times this. Yeah, you got it. So basically, yeah, Matlab4 is another good way to store your things, but they store it whatever you have in workspace. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about another good thing, which is function. And function, just like script, you have to program it. The reason why you program it is try to make your life easier. I'm gonna do a very, very simple example here, but I'm gonna do another example in the next video. Okay, say I want a new function. Okay, the thing that I just created a new file in editor. For this one, instead of start typing, I'm gonna do function. Immediately you see Matlab recognize this is a command that tells Matlab this is not script. Okay, this is a function. Then for all the function, the basics is that you have to have output. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna use output. But yeah, output is actually like duplicate of one of the Matlab commands. So I typically use the res just for result, but I just do res. It's up to you. It doesn't matter. A lot of my students, they actually just do RR. Yeah, I just do res equals to, and then you have to give it a function name. For this one, I just say fancy operation. Yeah, you know how fancy it is. Then for function, you have input, which you're gonna define in here, and output, which is res. We haven't done anything yet, so let's say my input would be just x and y. Okay. Okay, 2 inputs, fine. I think I'm gonna live with that. Then I'm gonna kind of make a note to myself. You don't have to do this, but totally highly recommended, because you program a function 2 years after you're gonna reuse it, then you forgot what your input and output are. So this one I say, okay, we'll take a number x and multiply it by 4, add it to y, and output the result. Oh yeah, that's really fancy, right? You see, I could do it myself, but anyway. So what you need to do is just do let's say we're taking x, right? We want to multiply by 4. We'll say, okay, maybe I have a equals to 4 times x. Then maybe I want to do b equals to a plus y. Then you do, if everything goes as planned, this b is what we want, right? But in order to get the output really out of the function, you have to name it res. So you can either just do a res here, or I always like to do my last sentence of a function is always res equals to b. That's it. And then I'm gonna save it, apparently. So I'm gonna hit save. You notice that Matlab actually it realized this is a function, so it just grabbed this name, put it in here. I suggest you actually save it as fancy option.m. which you would typically agree, it's always a good idea to get this name to match your function name, and then just save. Okay, so now we got our fancy OPT here. So say if we want to do something with it. Okay, so let's see. I'll see it. We'll just say fancy OPT, and we can actually just use it. Then it'll tell me what I do. So maybe I do 4 and 2. Okay, close it, and then it'll. Oh, okay, well, what happened? You see what happens is that it actually did this. It takes x equals to 4, takes y equals 2, and then start doing this. The reason that this guy get printed out is because I don't have the semicolon here to suppress it. It's okay. So 4 times 4 apparently equals to 16, and 16 plus 2 equals to 18. And finally, this entire thing gives me an s value of 18, which is the result we got. Great. But there is something unique about function. We're going to talk about it in the next video. Yeah, it's like a cliffhanger or whatever you want to call it. But I try to keep each video within like 10 minutes. Because apparently it's not a professional YouTuber. I think I can't really upload very long videos. Okay, well,